If you try to carry the Worx Pegasus work table with just one hand, you find out pretty quickly that's not going to work very well. This is one of the most mentioned issues or problems with this very versatile Worx Pegasus work table. In this video, I'm going to show you what the problem is and 2 solutions so that you can now easily carry your Worx Pegasus with just one hand. One of the greatest features of the Worx Pegasus work table is how easily it flips open. Done. But that's also one of the biggest problems because there's nothing holding it closed when you go to pick it up. It immediately opens up. So the problem is that we need to hold these 2 sides together. Hold it closed so then we can pick it up with just one hand. The first solution is to use 2 6-inch trigger clamps. At each end of the Worx Pegasus, what you can do is you can clamp it on and it holds the 2 sides together. So one on that end and the other on this end. Now, the 2 sides are held securely together and you can easily pick it up with just one hand. Now, the downside to this solution is you have to give up 2 6-inch trigger clamps. Now, if you got a lot of extra ones around, that might be a great solution for you. But if you don't, let me show you another solution where you build your own clamp. We're going to start by cutting 2 30-inch pieces of 1x2. Now you can use a 1x3 or you can even use a strip of 3/4 inch plywood, but make 2 pieces that are 30 inches long. Next, we're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole, 1.5 inch from each end of the boards. Now, to make the holes line up easiest, I've just clamped the 2 1x2 boards on top of each other. I've got my sacrificial board that I'm going to drill into here. And I'm going to use my 1/2 inch drill bit and drill all the way through. Get 2 3/8 inch -16 8-inch carriage bolts, 2 3/8 washers, and 2 3/8 wing nuts. Take one of the bolts and thread it through both of the holes at one end, and then attach the washer and the wing nut, but leave it loose. Then go to the other end, put the bolt through the washer and the wing nut. So what we'll have is this is going to be our clamp that will hold the 2 sides together. So take the 2 bench dogs that came with each side of the Worx Pegasus, take them and place them in the end, sort of the outside here or lower position, and have the flat surface face up. Do that on each side. Might be a little tight if you haven't used them before. Okay, now we're going to take our 2 boards with the bolts. We're going to slide it over the top and rest it on those bench dogs. And just tighten up the wing nuts on each end. Just so it's tight enough, it doesn't need to be super tight. You don't want to break the plastic or the wood. Now the clamp's not going to slide down because it's held up by these bench dogs. It's not going to pop off when I pick it up because it's further down, and it's clamped. So now, with the ends of the bolts facing away from me just because I don't want to bump into them, it's easy for me to reach down and pick up the Worx Pegasus with just one hand. When I get to where I'm going, I can put it down, loosen off these bolts a little bit on each end of my clamp here, and simply lift the clamp up off the top of the work table, and now I'm ready to set it up and get my DIY project done. And this clamp makes it much easier when you're transporting. It stays together when you put it into a vehicle. So that's how you can easily and safely carry the Worx Pegasus work table with just one hand to get your DIY projects done faster. If you haven't seen my video on how you can upgrade the top of the Worx Pegasus to solve the #1 problem of clamping material to the top, watch this video. Thanks for watching.